Hey, Masqito Man, you still out there? You still out there on your little modulator? All right, I barely hear you in there that time. Hey, if that's just the little modulator, that's a rare feat there, 410.
Tell WoodChuck not to be fucking around or he'll find out real soon. They're 10-4.
You said tell WoodChuck to don't be messing around because you're going to find out real soon?
Oh, no. WoodChuck shaking in his fur.
Hey, Masqito Man. WoodChuck said, ooh, I'm shaking in my boots.
Figuring out how much wood he can chug there, 410.
Actually, my mom's cutting her big old oak tree down next week. I'm gonna take it all home. I'll be splitting a whole bunch of wood, stacking it in the backyard for my campfires.
Oh, yeah, right there, I got my fire ring with stone benches all the way around it. It's awesome.
Just remember my name.
Yeah, that's what I have, WoodChuck. I don't have stone benches, and I got chairs and whatnot. And in the winter time, we just have a fire all the time. Back in my hometown, they have this truss place, and they have a bunch of these cutoffs all the time. Man, we go pick up all the 2x4s, burn the 2x4s, throw a bunch of split wood in there, burn a little fire ring, like a washer ring, a big washer ring, the bigger ones. Yep, we have fires all the time. Sometimes in the winter, I'll have a fire every night, be out there just burning wood. I got about 5 cords stacked in the backyard right now.
You're ready to rock and roll, man. You're gonna keep the whole neighborhood warm this winter.
Oh no, when people out here, out here ask me for firewood, I always tell them get your own. But the one guy who helped me stack it, one of the guys who was my son's buddy, he helped me stack it all. Well, I gave him a bunch. Because, man, it was a bitch to stack all that wood. I mean, it's like 7 foot tall, like 50 foot wide. Or 50 foot long and like 10 foot wide. And 8 foot tall.
Dang, a lot of wood.
No, I can burn some firewood, dude. When I burn some firewood, I burn some firewood. 410?
410. My firewood's 4 foot long logs and about 20 of them in a pile.
Oh man, if I was over there, that'd be gone in one night.
Oh yeah, well that was one night.
Yeah, see, I'll go through 20, 30, maybe 15 pieces of split wood. Since I've been burning 2x4s, I try to save my split wood, and I maybe put 2 or 3 in there. But I like burning it. I like watching the big flame there. 410.
Oh yeah, I had to doze my land off, and I have several bonfires I've made.
One time, me and my kids, and they used to split it. We took a whole truckload out to the desert before we moved here, and man, we burned an entire the rest of the firewood we had on our last night. Oh man, we must have burned 100 pieces, 200 pieces of split wood with a big old stump sticking up like a tree. We lit that thing up with 5 gallons of gas.
So we wasn't going home with no wood left.
Yeah, those were the days when those were the days when I lived up in my hometown, man. Man, I had that stuff 2 pallets wide, 6 foot tall, and it was probably 100 foot long. And me and the kids, we'd stack it in the morning, and they'd split it after school, and they'd sell it to the community, to everybody, and then they'd go pick up toys at the Kmart.
It's just a big loop, right?
Yeah, but I haven't hauled it much anymore. I just got done splitting all of it that was up there in my hometown at my buddy's yard back in August. I looked at all of it, and I said, dude, I'm splitting all this. This is all gone. I split it all, and I put it in a dump trailer. It was probably 5 foot tall, maybe 6 foot tall by like 17 foot long. And I stacked that in there like Tetris and brought it all down here and stacked it.
Dang. A lot of work, right?
It was a ton of work, man. I didn't really feel like doing it, but you know, my friends were complaining about it being there. And so funny thing is my friends, they complained about it, of it not being cleaned up, and when are we going to split all this wood? I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just split it all right now. I split it all and took it home, and then they complained about that. They're like, oh, man, what about the firewood? What about us? I was like, well, should have been out there on the splitter. Split some. Put some in your backyard. You didn't. So I split it all, took her home.
That's right, man. If you're gonna eat, you gotta work.
I think what it was my friend just thought that I was gonna split him a bunch of firewood and go back there and stack it. No, if he came out there and helped me, maybe threw a bunch in his back of the truck or something, I'd have gave him a whole bunch. But I wasn't gonna do it all for him. Just because I stored my unsplit wood there. I mean, I've been keeping my friend warm for like 6 years. They go out there, they split some here and there, you know, and but they hadn't done that in a long time. And I was just looking at it, I was like, you know what? I'm just taking this all home. So I did.
Yeah, those guys that just stand there and drool, they don't get nothing. You gotta work, you gotta sweat. Drool won't get it. Sweat will.
And it took a lot of work. I had to split it all, and then after I split it all, it was a big old pile. Put it all in a dump trailer, get it all in there. It took one full dump trailer, a whole truck, and a truckload and another trailer load to get down here. Did that too, probably 3 times. Took a lot. Then I had to do a cleanup. Oh my God, all the bark, raking all that up. That took three little trash trailer fulls. It was like a pickup truck. I had to clean all that up, and after that, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'll cut off 2x4s and have 2 pieces of split wood, and I'll save the wood forever, because I ain't doing that stuff much more again.
The only reason somebody gonna accuse you of talking so much.
What'd you say, 454?
I said, y'all keep yapping like this. Somebody gonna accuse y'all of going steady. You're talking to her. It's because you was finished.
Oh, man. Hey, 454. I got this radio to do some talking, man. I key till the cows come home. Ain't nobody can do nothing about it there, 410.
Oh, Tim, well, I don't hear nobody out there talking to myself. I must have taken Mother Nature off. That must be what happened. Tell WoodChuck, I'm sorry, but I had to... I just heard the ice cream man out there seeing if he can be heard. Yeah, WoodChuck heard you at the funny farm.
I'll tell him. Hey, WoodChuck 454 said hello. But yeah, man, hey, 454. One time, I was out here talking on the radio to, yeah, you're right, it is conditions, because when the sun goes down over here, man, it just blazes on this water. And I'm like the only one out there. I get to talk to everybody, 454. Well, one time I talked to Cherokee in Oklahoma. Man, I talked to him for an hour and a half on the bowl. Nobody else was out there but Fireball.
Back to the... Well, you know what they say, when you get it, you use it. And they're just going to have to cry in the hands. Fireball 454, just thought I'd use it one more time.
And you sure did. He's right up in my radio. At least you can put it where you can get it. Masqito Man's out there on his little modulator, jumping up and down, slobbering in a Mickey Flicky, watching his CB like a TV.
That's okay. I'm working on his toy right now, so it won't be long.
It won't be long. And then he gonna have to name it something else other than 11-meter ass beater.
I'm going to name it myself. I'm going to put decals on it. It's going to say, thank you, 454. That's going to be the name of it. Thank you, 454. Great. Yard boy.
Nah, that's not a good enough name. It's got to have a better name than that. It's got to be like the backswing 1990 King.
I'm on at 5. I don't know what he's gonna call it. I'm sure he'll come up with something. You know how you two are. Y'all will come up with something for it.
Oh man, that one day, one day when he was out there on his 4-bill, I swear to God, he goes, "Oh, I got this 11-meter ass beater," and I laughed so hard I couldn't stop laughing. And then when he broke it, after he broke that bigger, man, I had a day of I had a day of a funeral the next couple days later.
Yeah, I can't believe you got rid of that thing. This is Yard Boy from Florida. I'm gonna go to his house and cut his nubs off.
Like a phone call to the big back swing king. I'm back out.
You hear 888 out there getting his numbers called. Is he coming to you or is he going to Chicago?
I don't know. It just seems to me if I stop talking, everybody else does. Hey, 44. Just seems to me when Fireball stops talking, so does everybody else.
That sounds about right, don't it? That's the way it goes.
I think it's because I'm the only one who has conditions. It's like I'm the only one. So I think that's cool. I'm the only one with the conditions out around the West Coast period.
You hurt 888's feelings yesterday when you told 276 This is 888 in the hog yard down there in McGee, Arkansas. Is who he was telling you to go to bed yesterday.
Are you talking about me? Yeah, my power went out last night when I was talking at the hog yard.
Oh, 10-4. Yeah, you know when 276 said somebody called 888 was telling you to go to bed? That was 888 over in the hog yard, not one of them other ones.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. Last night I was talking to the Black Gold, and I was talking to Tucson, Arizona, right after I talked to you guys, and then all of a sudden, power just shut off. I was about to grab my generator and plug everything back in.
Yes, that's all them electric cars out there. That's what's going to happen.
Well, out here, most of the time it's wind. If it gets real windy, they just shut everything off. We had 198 power lines fall down here within like 60 miles. Just about 2 months ago, they just put them all back up. They're all brand new now.
Dang it, that's a lot of power lines down. We'd be out for a year over here if that happened.
Oh, dude, this whole area, another whole town, and I forgot what they said it was. I think they said it was 15,000 houses were out of power for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. All the time we were out for 2 weeks when we had a real bad ice storm back in, I think it was 2000. Had that big ice storm come through here. We were without power for, I think, 16 days. And when we had that tornado come through here a couple of years ago, it was a real bad Easter storm. We were out like 7 days. But I put a generator in. I got tired of that mess. It's one waving.
Yeah, I got a generator. I got a little, for what I need to do. I mean, I can run my refrigerators too if I really need to run those. But I have to do with all cords. I just can't plug into my service. But I ain't got a backup generator. But my power came in like 2 days later, maybe like a day later. My area did, but there was a whole lot of other areas where they didn't get power for another 10 more days. And the 2 stores that I have down here, the only stores down here, they were out of power, so there was no stores.
Good thing you had backup battery there, Fire. Yeah, that's what makes it rough right there. It's hard to get food and drinks when you can't get to the store.
Yeah, well, I got 3 freezers, and they, you know, I could have just turned them all on a generator. I was gonna do it the next day. I was like, well, if the power don't come on by tonight, which it did that night, I was gonna plug in my refrigerators and my freezers.
Got diarrhea in the mouth. Yeah, that's what I do when I kick on my backup generator. Pretty much keep the refrigerator going, the freezer, and when we need hot water, because I got an electric hot water heater, so when we need that, I'll kick it in, let it heat up the water, so whoever needs to take a bath can get in there and get cleaned up. And, you know, that way, because mine runs on propane, so I can't just go nuts, balls to the wall, because if I do, I'll go through 100 gallons in probably 5 or 6 days. Rotate, recirculate.
Oh yeah, that's right. My hot water heater is also on electricity, but if it's, you know, the water's not really cold here. I mean, you could deal with it if they're. I mean, like in the summertime, we don't even use our hot water heaters. We just flip them off. Like when it gets 100 degrees in the garage or whatever, we just leave them off. We don't need them. Water's warm enough.
Hey, that must be nice. It's never warm here. The water isn't. I guess it's buried so far, which when I put my water line into the house, I buried it 5 foot deep because I didn't know what I'd be doing later on. I won't have to worry about it and my gas line both. So I don't have to worry about those, but, you know, the water stays kind of chilly.
The water's just hot because all this water, all the water lines that are all on the street or whatever that put all in these homes out here, I mean, it gets 115 out here and 89, 95 at night. So these water lines that are servicing the houses, they're not even getting cold.
Oh, heck. Yeah, well, I live out in the country. It's getting warm. We don't have all them highways and stuff. I live on a gravel road, as a matter of fact, so. Mine never started out soldiering. That's just all there is to it. Damn cool, man.
I might as well live on a gravel road. I live on a street that they never fix. Like, never. Like, you know some streets where you see Caltrans once a year? They haven't done these streets ever. When they built the street, that was it. They thought that this place was going to be like the oasis of Lake Havasu of Southern California, but it never turned into that, so they just left the street the way it was when they built it.
That sounds like some stuff around here, I guarantee it. All right, let me back up here. I got some stuff I got to do before it gets to be bedtime. I know my Masqito Man's probably out there ready to jump in there because conditions seem like they fell out east now, so it's pretty quiet. So I'm going to back up, Fireball, see who else is out there going to jump up and down. I'll speak at you here in a little bit if nobody else comes in there. 454 standing by.
All right, 454, take care of you. Oh, man, I've been reading the mail on Masqito Man. His East Coast works real good. His little short skip, oh, man, he can get down.
Let's over to Chicago. Break. 1 copy yard point, sorry.